Double
Hello,
checking.
everyone. Happy fucking Tuesday. My brain is not here today, but we are joined by Jesus, the Scotty Wartooth, TikTok Jesus, Bloodstock Jesus. I had to open with Scotty Doesn't Know, which is done by a band called Lustra. I always forget who sings that. Like, I feel like no one knows who sings it, but everyone knows the song. So anyway, yes, we are joined by Scotty Wartooth. I'm pointing
Hello
down,
there.
but that's not where you are. You're to my right. How are you doing?
Not bad. Yourself?
Oh, get there. Wake it up.
That was a very good impression
Aren't
of
we all?
General Kenobi.
Yeah, I
Hello
get that
there.
all the time.
Yeah.
And how are you, Win? Or whatever you want to be called.
I am barely existing, to be honest. I got home from work and I was like, today is the day. But it's fine. We live. Barely.
Apparently we needed some Jesus in our life, so why not?
I have been told that many times.
Yeah.
It was the wine you wanted, wasn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I've only got can you turn Monster into wine? I don't even drink, but you know, fuck it.
I mean, I can't turn your water into wine, but I can sure turn it into tea.
That I like. I am a sucker for tea. Although this morning I came downstairs, other half went out, just me and the dog, and this dog's crazy. And I thought, right, I need some caffeine in me. Out of coffee, and all we had was tea bags from like 2016. So I had the worst cup of tea. I was that eager. It was...
Not to point this out, but that was a decade ago, babe.
I know. You know what the worst thing is? I dropped one of the dry unused tea bags, and the dog ate it.
A literal decade ago. I'm not exaggerating. That was a decade ago.
Yeah.
So it wasn't 10-year-old tea.
Yeah.
It was just.
The dog ate a tea bag as well, unused. I don't know. I thought he was just gonna rip it up, and he just picked it up and ran away. I came back in and he couldn't find it, so he ate a tea bag, which might be why he's been so crazy today. I have no idea, but honestly, he's ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, you're a slightly different guest to usual, because our usual thing is you get bands and musicians on.
Close enough.
Other house says he can turn water into mead if you give him a month. But yeah, I just thought, seeing you at Bloodstock, because seeing you around, and then seeing you go on fucking stage, I didn't realise you were in the video until I got home, watched the video. I was like, oh shit, that's right.
It's literally why I was on stage with them. So it was kind of like, well, I'm going to be there, so why not?
Why not? I think that's fucking.
So, how did that entire thing come about? How did they approach you and be like, "Hey, mate, do you want to be in our video?"
Yeah, it was Ben, the vocalist, who literally approached me for that. So I was mutuals with the band page for D'Artagnan, his other band originally. I kind of stitched a video from one of theirs on TikTok, C'est la vie, and I didn't realize for a while that the vocalist was actually following me directly. And then out of the blue, I never spoke to them, essentially. We were sort of mutuals. It was like, oh my God. Like, cool.
Yeah.
I never said anything to them. But then eventually, Fresh Ones came on my feed on TikTok. It was is that Dragos Dia Dinte? Maya he,
yes.
Maya ho.
That's how I discovered them.
Yeah, literally. So I looked at the page, it said, it follows you. It's like, huh? So I looked online, and it's like, So I just followed them back, and I looked online, I looked on Instagram to see if there's any tour dates, whatever it may be. And then I see it in suggested Ben's actually verified page, and they was following me. So it was like, okay. So I followed, and literally on that day, he just messaged me, just like, hey, this is Ben from Fresh Ones. Do you want to be in a music video at all? I'm just like, yeah.
There's a bear shit in the woods. What a stupid question.
Yeah, so yeah, I flew out to Germany. It was a big sort of wait, because it was they weren't going to be releasing it until August time the year after, but we didn't want to film that with shirtless guys, bodybuilds, whatever, in the freezing cold. So we thought, let's get this filmed in October time before it really starts getting cold, essentially. So it was a big wait, but it was a hell of a day filming that.
It's such a fucking brilliant video. When I first watched it, I think I watched it about 3 or 4 times in a row. Just all of it's hilarious, but so good.
Yeah. The funny thing is, when they had me on the crucifix, they didn't tell me they were going to do that. They said there was going to be a CrossFit joke, but they deliberately weren't telling me what the joke was until we were on site filming. So I had no idea they were going to put me on a crucifix like that, which like I certainly wasn't complaining about. But like, what to this day, I am still kicking myself at the fact that I didn't think to sing "Always Look on the Bright Side of Life." There's a video of me sort of dancing on the cross in a joking way, but I didn't think to sing that song. I'm like, okay, next time I'm on a crucifix, which is very optimistic. But yeah, next time I'm on a crucifix, I'm going to make sure I don't forget to do that.
I love
or it could be Madonna's Like a Prayer. Banger, by the way.
There is that, true, yeah.
That would be a good one. So I'm assuming from the video, how did Bloodstock come about? Was it just a case of I'm at Bloodstock too, and they were like, "Yeah, do you want to come on stage?" Or
literally, yeah, because I used to do my own sort of podcast show with a few other friends, Lord K and Super Lit Mario, essentially, and so we had a range of different sort of guests online on our show, but we had Vicky, who actually runs Bloodstock. At one point, so that's kind of how I sort of go every year. So because I make some content to show it off, so I get a ticket to go essentially. But on this occasion, because year before, when they revealed like all their lineup of this whole load of like loads of bands in one go, being Fire Swans was among them, I was like excited because like. So when I was actually in Germany with them filming, I just sort of casually said, "You'll have to let me know if you tour the UK at some point." And they were saying like, well, we'd have to see because of Brexit, it's touring the UK is a bit of a problem for them. So I wasn't expecting that to actually happen anytime soon. But yeah, when I saw Fire Swans on the main stage, I messaged him afterwards. It's like, "Dude, you're at Bloodstock next year." And he was like, "Yeah, do you want a ticket?" And I was like, "Well, I'm going anyway, but I would have got that sorted." But I think it was his idea originally to do like a stage thing, and it was a while we didn't talk much about it, but because it was a long time in advance, they were already touring at the time. But I brought it up with Vicky as well, and she was like, "Yeah, that's brilliant. Like if the band's all good for it, then yeah, we can sort you out backstage pass for it and all." And yeah.
That is so cool. I mean, it was so funny because I saw you out there. I was like, that's not TikTok.
That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
It was so funny because like it was really funny.
That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I just sat there eating my. I got a Yorkie. It's my. Me and my dad take it in turns. I'm sat there eating a fucking Yorkie, and I just sort of. I heard them come on, and I think I'd only heard the Numa Numa song, the Maya He one.
Yeah.
And Gangnam Style cover, yeah. I'd heard those, and then I saw the name, and I was like, I'm gonna check them out. So I'm sat there eating my Yorkie, and
they are a fun band. Like,
literally, I was like, when we come in, because our mate Obi, he does the pedal to the metal for Bloodstock, Bloodstock and Wacken and all that. He's in Chaos as well. He does a show on Thursdays with my husband, but he came and grabbed me in my wheelchair, and he was like, we went past the no camp chairs allowed, and he was like, it's not a camp chair, and wheeled me into the pit area, and I'm just sat there eating just like in the pit area, like, am I gonna die? And I was like, it's Sunday morning, like Sunday early afternoon, people tend to be quite mellow. For the first couple of hours, everyone's fucking hanging.
Still pissed from the night before.
I think the word you're looking for is hungover, babe.
Yeah, hungover. Yeah. Because Saturday tends to be wild because most people have to drive home on the Monday morning, so you can't overdo it Sunday. And I was sort of looking around, and then, everyone just starts losing
Next thing you know, you
minds.
just see a Jesus guy on the stage.
Literally, I was shit! I just put my Yorkie down and like.
It was funny because I was in the crowd like a few songs before, and I saw it from the start. And as it was like 4 songs to go, I thought, let's just make sure I'm there and ready. So I literally just crowd surfed over just to make sure I could get through. And so I was there waiting for about 2 or 3 songs beforehand, and not gonna lie, I was shitting myself beforehand.
I can imagine, like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, I've performed like in front of like crowds here and there, but not on that scale. This is like the biggest metal festival in the UK on the fucking main stage.
Literally, I
was shitting myself. But once I was up there, it was like, just go with it. But it's just that sort of like mystery countdown almost.
Yeah,
It's,
I think I saw the was it the video of someone following you as you're getting ready to going up and stuff.
Yes.
And like he does something
Yeah.
about like insane moment, and I just thought like I couldn't imagine that. And then like I mean, at least all you had to do was sort of, you know, lift some hammers. And...
I mean, I was originally going to sort of go around the stage, like sort of interact with members a little bit more. I just kind of like blanked a little bit. I just like we had this idea of doing these hammers, doing like a weight thingy, whatever, because it's a whole pump it like a Viking.
Yeah.
I started throwing little mini Jesus figures into the crowd here and there, and
it was so great.
head banging a little bit. It was. Yeah, it was only like 3 minutes, so it was like
so cool though. I mean, imagine like your nerves going up for 3 minutes. Imagine playing that stage as a band and having to go up for like God knows how long of a set. Like I
imagine essentially like with anything, the more you do it, the more you get accustomed to that sort of thing. But still,
and you just went straight to fucking main stage. Not even in a band, whatever.
Yeah, just like pretend your heart's not racing right now.
Yeah, fake it till you make it. I mean.
Literally, yeah.
On that note, I think I should play another song, and I have got Berserker Mode up on the playlist, so I'm going to chuck that on. Berserker Mode by Flowerschwanz. That was Berserker Mode by Flowerschwanz, sorry. The button.
I'm like a Viking.
Every time, man. It's such a fucking tune. I love that. That one and Nightclub are just like regular.
Oh yeah,
and love them.
Yeah, they almost got to have that song at Eurovision as well.
Oh no, I just they need to get on and win. But then I feel like Eurovision ever since Lordi, they've just gone. You know what? Let's. Just
I don't want them on Eurovision. To be honest,
not let any.
Eurovision has gone so downhill that I just think they're too good.
I don't watch Eurovision. Like I haven't bothered since Lordi. That was the only time I actually cared. But it would have been great for them essentially. If they had that opportunity. So. But
then look at Lord of the Lost. They came in so low and they're so fucking good. I mean they
came last.
Oh, they are, yeah.
Yeah,
and they came last, babe.
They released a track with they released the fucking track of 2026 with Wednesday 13 the other day, and I'm like, oh my god. Which I have to delay for tomorrow's show because it's horror punk-ish more than the songs that I want to listen to today. I'm going to end up with a show for every genre just to make everyone listen to the shit I like.
So do you have, besides your appearance at Bloodstock, do you have any other funny festival stories? Doesn't even have to involve you, maybe just something that you randomly saw. But what is some festival highlights that you can think of?
A random sort of one I can just think of. I remember one time when we caught someone who'd been stealing phones around the festival, essentially. I just remember coming into Midgard and there was just the security sort of dragging him out, essentially. And
was this last year or the year? Sorry, no, the year before.
No, this was a good few years ago, actually. But yeah, he had been caught stealing phones, and because someone had basically seen in his little tent, it was just a massive pile of them.
Oh.
How the hell he got so many phones, I don't know. But they got confiscated. He got kicked out, and the tent was still there. So we just kind of decided to disrespect him, just use it as the urinal.
Oh my god!
As you do, 100%.
Yeah. I've done that. We did that. Yeah. The last download I went to before a car accident that started the whole disability thing, 2012, I think. A long time ago. One of our mates left. He had to leave early, and he was a biker, so we was like, I'm going to leave my tent, so we turned it into the toilet. But one of the guys had a massive festival shit in it. Oh, it was awful.
Yeah, I think the same thing happened in Bloodstock.
Oh.
So when you've had the festival burgers for several days in a row, it's it's gonna happen.
I like the
oh my god, but the vegetarian place does the best chips though, which I learnt this the year just gone. Because I was right next to them when when Trivium was on, and I was like, you know what, I just want some chips, and they were genuinely crispy, and they were the best. So I'm putting that out there for everyone.
I mean, a lot of people do say if you're eating in the arena and stuff like that, you get the veggie or vegan stuff after day 2, 3. I managed to, I don't know how, but I managed to risk it with a Yorkie with pulled pork and stuff on the Sunday afternoon and was fine. Which is shocking because, I can't even eat cheese without dying, so. Fuck.
It's just clicked to me that you meant Yorkie as in the Yorkshire pudding, not a Yorkie chocolate bar.
Oh God, no.
I was thinking the Yorkie bar.
I was thinking the Yorkie bar. I was like, I fucking love. I mean, I love chocolate. I don't know what this has to do with anything, but I love the chocolate.
So shocked by the performance on stage, I just put half of my Yorkie bar on the floor and fucking gave up on it. No, damn Yorkshire pudding. Oh my God, give me one of those.
Pulling it out from your like handbag, like Mary Poppins. Like, it's my festival, Yorkie. Can you feel that?
No, that's to be fair, I have a Mary Poppins fucking handbag.
I love that. I love that we're both dumbasses.
I'm just glad I can't go this year. Wednesday 13. Come on now. Favourite band. Oh. But yeah, so obviously your online side.
Yeah.
The video that got me, I can't remember how I found you. You just popped up in the algorithm, of course. I mean, I'm into nerdy shit, and obviously, and it was the nun video, and then you get like the backlight, and it was like you looking at the camera, and I was fucking dying. That's the one that really caught my attention. Even though I've seen other ones and stuff, it was just so funny. I don't know why.
Yeah, those are some of the most popular ones. The nun one, that is my current most viewed video. My most viewed video of all time is no longer on the platform because it got removed.
Oh yeah, I saw that you've had some issues. I mean, to be fair, I was gonna say like I mean, other than
did they give you a reason to why it was removed, and like what was the
no.
were you able to argue your case?
No, because they didn't do it as a guideline violation. They just removed it. Yeah. Like usually, like I've had lots of content taken down for like guideline violations here and there. It just vanished.
Like Jesus! Oh.
Yeah, TikTok have played some very strange games in my account over the years, and that is certainly one of them. Because I'm pretty sure, like when they want to do something with your account, like they just will. And literally, like just last night, they changed my name. They've removed TikTok Jesus out of the name, and they've just changed it to Scotty Wartooth. And I can't change it because it's telling me that I changed it within 7 days, and I can assure you, I did no such thing.
No. I mean, do you get any like people getting weird at the fact that you obviously take the piss and dress up as Jesus and stuff, or?
Oh yeah, I've had death threats on a regular basis. Like,
yeah, I mean, internet, fucking
yeah.
I'm sorry, that's not funny. It's how positively you respond. Yeah, I get death threats on the daily. What you on about, babe?
Yeah. The thing is, so like, I mean, I shouldn't have to be used to something like that, but there's a number of reasons why. I mean, partially it's like I said earlier, like any sort of when you get enough exposure to something, it just becomes quite normal, essentially. Yeah. But in some sense, when it comes to a lot of these, I've been dealing with this sort of hate online for the last like 5 years, essentially. But the way I see it, it's exactly like when you get like the 11-year-olds on like Xbox Live back in the day. On Call of Duty lobby, say, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck your mum. I'm gonna kill your mum." Yeah, sure you are.
Exactly.
It's like when they start saying, "Oh, I'm gonna dox your address. I've got your IP address." Like, yeah, if you're threatening with an IP address, you have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't know what an IP address is.
I get it all the time. Essentially, when they say like, "Oh, I'm gonna leak your address," I'm like, "Okay, what is my address then?" And they will not do it because they can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had people like put IP numbers in the comments all the time, thinking that they're doxing me. When I actually search where those addresses go, they are never anywhere near where I actually live. First time they did it, it sent me to just a little island off Madagascar, La Réunion, I think it's called.
Very fancy.
Yeah.
I guess you've moved quick then.
Yeah. Then there was one that went to like north of Manchester. Like, no. Then there was one that was like northeast London. It's like, well, I was born in London, but not there. So.
To be fair, like I was gonna say, I wonder if maybe someone's been like mass reporting you or something. But like.
Oh yeah, people have been mass reporting me for ages, but on this instance, it's clearly not a reporting issue.
No, I mean, I've had not similar obviously, but I had a video on TikTok taken down because I mentioned the band Murder Dolls, well, one of my favourite bands.
Oh, okay.
And
because of the trigger word, essentially, like
I said the word murder, and it comes up in the captions, and I didn't censor it because it's a band name. It's all in one. And I ended up in a back and forth for a few weeks about it, and by the time they fucking reinstated the video, I was like, well, no one's going to see it now. But I was like, it's a matter of fucking principle. It's a band name. Clearly, context.
It's a little bit like when it came to like the movie Suicide Squad, there was a bit of a hashtag problem with that one.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Whenever someone mentions a hashtag problem, it reminds me of that.
Susan
what was-
Boyle is
Yes,
over party.
Susan
Susan
album
Boyle
party,
anal
yes.
party.
Soft anal party. Every time.
Anal
soft
bum
anal
party,
bum,
yeah.
Just anal bum
Yeah.
party.
That was it. Susan
Uh.
album release or something like that. So yeah, Susan anal bum party.
Yeah. Every time any dodgy hashtag, and it just reminds me of that immediately. Every time. It's been God knows.
Recently, though, I mean, I've been posting lately how, like, yeah, TikTok's been censoring my content lately, and it's the 3 videos I've done it with so far. They're ones where I mentioned Renee Nicole Good.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah, and it's not just a US thing either. It's like
No.
I've had people, like, when I talk about my content being censored, a lot of people have been saying, like, whether they can see it or not and where they're actually based. US, Germany, Switzerland, Ireland. It's anywhere that's not in England, they can't see that video. Or those 3 videos, essentially. So,
yeah. Oh God, I saw there's a YouTuber, Observe, and he does mostly it's like body language analysis, and while that's not ideal, you can't take anything from just body language analysis. You got to take other things as well, obviously.
Yeah.
I have a very secret interest that's not secret. I love true crime, police interrogations, fascinating. But he did like a body language analysis, and it's like from the moment the guy gets out of the car, he's like pure aggression, stepping forward, and all these different cameras. It's crazy. That shit scares me. I'm like, America's getting more and more scary, and I just want them to not be.
Yep.
But any day now.
That is that's a hell of a rabbit hole, though. So.
Yeah, any day now, though. Not saying I'd celebrate on the day that. But,
no.
I'll have a party.
Just,
I'll pop champagne. I'll
some...
fucking play some great tunes.
It's going to be something of an I told you so, but not one to take pride in. It's not something you want to be right on.
Yeah, I think it's going to keel over soon, and everything will fall apart, and that's the day I'm going to fucking celebrate.
Oh, and
I want them to have a
cake.
Yeah. I want them to have a UK like reaction where "Bang Bang the Witch is Dead" started charting again.
Yes.
I've still got "The Day It Finally Happens" by My Lord and Saviour saved, and "Haha You're Dead" by Green Day on a playlist of When It Finally Happens. Just those 2 songs, and that's it, ready to go on my phone.
Fuck Trump, fuck Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. That's gonna be like up in the chart somewhere.
I feel holy shit, music is gonna be fucking beautiful. That said, though, I have noticed ever since that whole election and everything started earlier this year, we've got a lot of like the old punk bands coming back. Like we've had them a lot on the show. That a lot of bands have like suddenly come back. NoFX have been dropping new tracks like crazy. I fucking love it. Yeah. I'm all into punk shit, so I was like, yay. It's
quite weird. We're at a time when like bands like that are starting to come back, and it's a weird time where like comedy pages are starting to struggle and making things that are actually comedy and satire.
Yeah,
because it's hard to actually tell these days. It's like half the time they're just stating what is blatantly actually happening. There's no sort of like clever jokes around it. It's just you're just saying what's actually there. Because that's just how weird times are right now.
Yeah, I mean, didn't South Park have to take a break for a bit because it was so unreal that they couldn't even parody this shit? I can't remember what it was. But...
no, I think the break was because they were going to make more content on Charlie Kirk.
Oh yeah,
and then
yeah.
So that was a kind of maybe not.
Yeah. Avoid the subject. Let's get a different video out. And I mean, they've done a damn good job. They never fail.
So that is fairly creative, like what they've been doing like lately. Like a lot of it is just kind of just like, yeah, that's pretty much what we're all thinking. But
I mean, they've always gone almost a step too far, and they've always managed to like pull it off. The fact that like they replaced Bin Laden with Trump in the relationship with the devil is just with Satan. It's that when I
like Saddam Hussein at one point, didn't they?
Yeah, it was Saddam Hussein for ages, and then now it's just hilarious that they've just done that, and I'm like, they know what they're doing.
Can I see your cup, by the way? Because is that tea in your cup?
It is tea, yes.
It's a pretty cup.
I love that.
I can't really angle it without spilling that, but yeah, it's it's a very big mug for tea.
That's an appropriate mug for tea, actually.
I feel like
size-wise, that's pretty spot on.
You can't just have a cup
I tend to be
of tea.
known for having some no, exactly. I tend to be known for having some ridiculously large sort of like drinking vessels, but sometimes you are just kind of taking the piss a little bit. I've got a drinking horn in my wardrobe that is a 10-liter.
Jesus Christ. So that comes to bloodstock, right?
So I mean, I
take it to bloodstock. I'll get the other half to bring plenty of mead, and we'll.
I could. It's just a case of not having it stolen, essentially,
Yeah,
because you know someone's going to try.
That's a very good point. Oh god,
somewhere, but yeah, I've got a tankard somewhere that's like a 2-liter. So
amazing. I've got some like cast iron.
Are you at Bloodstock this year then?
I should be, yeah.
Where are you camping?
Depends where I can get into, because like I was saying earlier, guest passes can't get in until like 1 PM. So yeah.
Midgard.
And you're not getting on the Wednesday at all.
Midgard would be my aim essentially, but this time's like we only just got a space, and we had to be right at the far back, right by the food stalls. That's literally like we only just got right on the line there. Like any second later, we'd have had to be pushed into another camp essentially. That's the idea.
Are there any other festivals that you would like to go to or perform at?
So I've been getting a lot more into like Fantasy Forest last couple of years. I went for my first time when they had the Amber Warning Storm, essentially. So like half the festival had to get called off, but once it actually properly cleared off, for the second half it was like, okay, you can come on site essentially. So we kind of continued, and it was very wet. But like it was great, honestly. There were some people who were a bit upset that they'd paid for a full weekend and only got like a day and a half, essentially. But I got there, and I'd paid for a weekend. So I'm just thinking, like, this is a wonderful festival. I want to come to this more. And while people were demanding some money back, essentially, I'm kind of thinking, like, I don't feel like I've missed out on such. I love this festival. I want you guys to come back and do better. I want you guys to come back bigger. So, keep my money and do some good with it. And they've now got to a point. Yeah, they're now at a point where like their tickets, they sell out in half an hour.
Yeah.
And they've now been able to do a second annual festival as well.
I know. I think it was Fantasy Forest that one of my friends went to, and she's a makeup artist, and she's so good at cosplay and makeup. She's the perfect artist. I've got like artwork done by her. She did my wedding makeup. She's absolutely fucking amazing. I love her. And I think it was Fantasy Forest because she entered a competition and she had like wings that unfurled around her and shit like that. I'm just like, what the fuck? I'd love to go to that, or like any sort of LARPing thing. And I know you mentioned you do that kind of shit. So like,
yeah.
What is it like? I want to go to one, but I don't know if I survive.
It depends on what exact event you go to, because I mean, when people say to me that they want to sort of get into it but don't know where, so so it looks so complicated. So it seems so very daunting to get into. Essentially, like for Empire, for example, the biggest one in the UK, we reached numbers of like 4,000 people on site last time, and if you went online, like there is essays worth of background lore, but you don't have to memorize like much of it at all. It's divided into 10 different nations with like different sort of like fantasy styles and all that. The good thing about like Empire is like you're not expected to do too much. You could literally just show up, just dip your toe in the water, have a walk around all the different nations and just see what it's all about, essentially. You could just spend the weekend shopping if you wanted.
Yeah.
If you want to get involved in politics, okay. If you want to get involved in the fighting, okay. If you just want to observe, yeah, you can. The smaller ones, they try and get you a bit more involved so you don't feel left out, essentially. But then there's some middle ground ones like Menhir's Fate. But I'm doing one where I'm actually guesting at in Malta this year in March. It's based on the Witcher series. Well, not the actual franchise, not the Netflix show, essentially. So timeline of that essentially is going to be like 200 years before Geralt's kind of story, and only a few decades after the original singular organization of witches splits off into their individual schools. And my character is going to be one of the original 13 witches who forms the School of the Griffin.
No. Oh, that sounds fucking.
So, I got my medallion prepared for it.
Oh wow,
That's cool.
Yeah, I love all that kind of stuff, but I'm just like, I'd end up probably just going all out with my outfit and just sitting at the side like I can't get up right now. But
No, I mean, like with Empire, I dipped my toe in the water. I joined a few friends. It's like, okay, they're ex-circus performers. The circus burnt down, so we're kind of like a small troupe of what's left of it. We go around, we perform a little bit, some percussion-based instruments here and there.
Yeah.
So I joined them for a few sessions until they kind of wanted to retire their characters and do new characters within the event, but I didn't want to retire him like so soon.
Yeah.
So I decided, like, oh, my character needs to find some new purpose. What's this thing going to be if he's on his own? I found a new group in a different nation, which is more Arthurian knights, if you like. Found a group of people some of them I knew, and they were just a great bunch of people. So I got involved in that. I got sworn into Lavender Court and House Do Best. And so it's a case of like, okay, so what do we do now? Like, oh, well, there's a battle going on this afternoon if you want to join us. Like, okay, great. Well, I have a sword, but I haven't got any armor. Is that going to be a problem? It's like, no, that's fine. Just don't go on the front line of the battle. You know, we've got healers who could do some assistance here. You could defend them while they're trying to like tend to wounded essentially, or just help them relocate a body essentially. If you want to do that, I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. And they're just like, just stick with the team. You should be fine. This fight we did is now known as the Sweetglade Massacre. It was a massive cock-up, essentially. So it's normal to have like 10, 15 players lose their characters like permanently, essentially. But we had about 170 lose their characters, and 70 of which were our nation alone, because we were largely alone in the forest fighting against the enemy, and we just got heavily outnumbered. It was a massive slip up of like miscommunication, people not showing up that they were supposed to, essentially, and I only just got out of that one alive, and I mean in the role play, not literal death. But I barely made that out of there alive with my character, and it was kind of a case of like, it's like Dungeons and Dragons. You kind of you work with what happens. Essentially, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So what's my character kind of thinking in that moment? Like, oh my god, I literally only just got sworn into like this new group, a new family who've just welcomed me in, essentially, and I've just lost half of them, like in this one battle like that, and I feel like I can't do anything. I'm not experienced in fighting. I'm not prepared for this. I feel helpless. So what do I go from here? Like, I'm dealing with some trauma while wanting to strive to be a better fighter, essentially. And so I got some more armor. I did some more training, essentially, for it. And now I'm part of the Hounds squad, which is kind of a suicide squad. But I'm now considered more of a veteran within our lot now. I love it. Yeah. I still play. Yeah, but as an ex-circus performer, I still play a bit of a role as a jester, essentially. So I'm a fighter, but I'm still a bit of a clown. It's like, they'll never take away my spirit in that sense. And so what I tend to do for a bit of fun, I'm not there trying to get the most kills, the highest kill streak, whatever. I'm there to just wind the enemy up. Like, I'll tell you what, I'm going to quickly show you. One sec.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what I was hoping for. We will get another song in a minute. I'm way too into this stuff.
Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what's that? Not a mallet. What's
So,
that called?
Nice.
In like a cartoonish way of waving a giant hammer around, essentially, I had this giant two-handed Morningstar mace, where I'm just there,
love it.
just trying to get their attention to like distract them while my team kind of drives in the punch.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can still swing and
Yeah. Wow.
do some damage.
So I played a lot of Monster Hunter, and I've always mained with a hammer. I've always been a hammer girl, and I'm just the envy there. One of my things, even though, never done anything like it, I want to make a fantasy style hammer. just so I can have it. Literally, just so I can own
There's
it.
definitely plenty of like LARP hammers you can find. The bigger ones tend to be a bit more pricey, but they are still so fun to just fight with.
I want to make one. I'm pretty creative, so it's just figuring out when to do it, because I've got about 800 projects on the go. Speaking of anyone that's been following the haunted dollhouse I've been doing, I've made 0 progress since my last video, like 2 months ago.
As long as it fits the rules of actual fighting, because health and safety is a very strict sort of one there. So as long as it complies with all that, then you can make it yourself. No.
You've got to use the right stuff. Oh, that is so cool. I'm so jealous. We should probably track on another track. We'll go for one of yours, Scotty. If you you sent a couple of songs over, what do you want to have on next?
Which ones did I select? I'll tell you what. Let's go for One of Us, the second song I featured in the music video for.
Yes. So this is One of Us by Dominum. So that ended quicker. You're a short ass. Okay. Whoa.
Oops.
Are you?
Well, I'm not that short, but I'm 5'7". But like, if you're asking me to be like a big bear school witcher, I don't think I would pass off as a very convincing fighter in that instance. So
platform boots, yeah, lovely. Oh god, imagine
maybe, but I do have to fly. I have to transport all this stuff to Malta as well. So
that is true. And then I'm imagining you running around the fucking battlefield in like huge fucking new rocks.
Exactly.
Let me tell you, platforms in fields are difficult. Well, they Malta. Oh, it'd be like a beach.
Not quite on the beach, no.
That would be fucking interesting, though. I mean, soft landing. It
would be, yeah.
As long as it's like a sand rock beach. Imagine if it was like a rock beach.
There's some woodland near the area, which will be great for this. So
that sounds.
Very exciting.
But yeah, Win,
I do have a would you rather retaining to your original character. So, would you rather have lived through the backstory of your original character, or have your original character Diego come to life in today's like modern age?
As a separate being, like not myself.
As a separate being.
I think he'd be a fun person to be around. I kind of had I had a concept for an idea of something he could be in a D&D campaign, actually. I wanted to make him a swords bard. Like, when you look at him, if I tell you, like, he is kind of like a mix between Zorro, like Mask of Zorro, and Esmeralda, you'd see where I was coming from.
Oh, I love it. I mean, that would be someone cool to drag to Bloodstock or something, wouldn't it?
I think it would. Yeah.
But then you've got to try and explain, like, what the fuck smartphones are and what is AI and algorithms that run the world now to someone who has no fucking clue.
Just take him to a LARP event and he'll feel right at home.
AI!
Do you think you could survive what you put your original character through, by the way?
No.
Nope.
I nearly died in combat for that. I say it's funny though, because you say like, would you rather bring the characters into modern worlds? I've actually kind of done that with the actual D&D campaign. Well, I say D&D, it's the hero system, a role play game I'm actually playing. We actually just kind of had that be a thing. I'm role playing a character in that. It's kind of a Jekyll and Hyde sort of situation. Ooh. The actual character, think of it like Disney's Tarzan, Jane's dad. Think of a character like that, upper class, pompous, whatever, but a version that's more, a complete pompous twat who thinks he is like the dog's bollocks and like he thinks he's like a badass fighter, whatever. But in reality, has like no street smarts, no actual sort of fighting experience, cannot fight for shit. But he has an evil sort of spirit that takes over him when he's in immediate danger, and he has no idea this is a thing. No one in the group.
God, are you an anime fan?
I know what you're referring to, but I have not seen what you're referring to.
What am I referring to?
It's Demon Slayer, isn't it?
Lex.
Yeah, I've had this. I've had this repeatedly. This character sort of like changes over, but this character has no physical change. It's just a mental sort of mind takeover, essentially, in the very body. But it's this evil spirit that takes over, and he's just nothing but like raw strength in this same twiggy, short ass, like 4'5" body. Who will drive his fist like through your chest, essentially. But as soon as the danger's gone, he reverts back. So the team has had like no idea like why this happens, because Nigel doesn't know why, and they can't ask this evil spirit because as soon as the fight's over, he's gone. My DM has managed to find a way to force this evil guy out for a long term by having Nigel's body in a dying state. So if evil guy reverts, he's going back into a dying body, so he cannot turn back until Nigel has naturally healed in the background, essentially. So, but this is an ancient evil spirit who's thousands of years old, and he has never observed the world around him beyond just a pure fight and a blood rage. So now, for the first time in thousands of years, he's observing a modern world, which has been interesting to explore, because I did not see this coming.
So with the creativity...
Why don't you present him a Tamagotchi and see what he does? Oh, baby, look at my dog on the fridge.
Well, he's already broken the shower trying to work out how to have a wash, so...
I mean, I feel like that can happen to anyone these days, because the amount of how everyone's shower is different, and every time you touch it, you think you've broken it. You know,
and machinery is just like what's the old jokes? I don't know what machine Rage Against the Machine was angry about, but I'm pretty sure it was a printer.
Yeah,
or a photocopier. 100%.
Yes.
But yeah,
what would be the best piece of modern technology you could present to this like evil spirit? Because I just randomly thought Tamagotchi, but I'm thinking like there's got to be something funnier.
I mean, I have a thought, but
go for it.
The internet.
I was gonna say, what would the reaction be to like a very elaborate battery or mains operated marital aid? That vibrator, yeah. What?
Up it, twist it, 100%.
Because it's changed a lot over time. I mean, they've always been around, but Jesus
is that just very telling of our age right here, or?
Yeah.
It made me think of Castiel. I'm a big Supernatural fan. It made me think of Castiel when he was on the phone and he was like, "The voice is telling me I'm almost out of minutes." What does that mean? Oh my god, I love Bop It. Bop It. I like it. So is that 4 original characters you've got then? So you got the old pirate, the dead pirate.
Yeah, so Diego, Bloodstained Bill, who died in like one game, Arthur Blackthorn, Godfrey Thornvale, who will be my Witcher character this year. D&D wise, I have Zarun and Nigel in this the hero system.
Nigel.
That's a great fucking random name. I like it.
I do appreciate it, Nigel.
I think a funny way I would describe Nigel is like because we were discussing this like during the song, weren't we? Yeah. So like, yeah, Nigel, a being who in a Jekyll Hyde like way, he has a possession mode which he is completely unaware of. The way I have kind of described it to some people is like, think of it like actual Nigel Thornberry if he just randomly mentally snapped and turned into Billy Butcher from The Boys.
Yes. Where do you get like your creativity for characters from? Like, have you always had that kind of mindset? Do you read a lot of fantasy shit, or has it come out? I'm assuming it came in with. I
tend to stick to audiobooks, if anything. Oh, okay. Usually when I'm working, I think it's just my autistic mind. Sometimes like, I get a spring of information and it just sparks like loads. I can be sat there like with like writer's block here and there, but a slight idea can just spring loads. I think so. Nigel, his idea started based on Launch from the original Dragon Ball series.
Oh, sick. I love it.
But I reworked a few ideas to try and make the kind of concept work in a D&D sort of combat sort of way. I couldn't get into work in Dungeons & Dragons itself, but I found in the hero system, it's so much better to work with that kind of concept, essentially. So Yeah.
I love it. That's so cool. I mean, I'm like,
Yeah.
I always have like so many different ideas, but I can never get them out, and that drives me insane. Like, I'd love to be able to come out with like backstories and all this stuff, and like play and
Yeah,
I've
I'm
only
not
played
usually
like,
one for that.
oh, I envy it though, man. Like,
I was saying my Witcher one I'm thinking of essentially. I'm still doing some planning at the moment, but I've done so much for like backstory bits. I had like because I'm a guest there, I'm kind of crew. I'm there to help push story along, and I want to help get the newer players feel more engaged. I don't want them to just be like, yeah, they might be dipping their toe in the water, but I want them to actually get the most experience out of it. So I want to spark some conversations that they can actually get involved with. So I saw one of those ones like, so what was your toughest kill? Like, what's the toughest thing you've killed, whatever? And I actually had this idea of a toughest kill, which is like not a gloat, not a pleasant story. Kind of one of those ones. It's like the whole thing about like The Witcher, a lot of their stories is about you're hunting a monster, but sometimes the real monsters are the humans who hire you to do the job in the first place. So my idea was something along the lines of that, essentially. Like, yeah, it was a mutated chort. So yeah, he takes a contract to deal with a chort that's in the lower levels of a castle. Why it's there, they don't seem to be willing to explain. So he goes down there anyway, investigates the area, finds a holding cell, broken chains, blood, dead bodies everywhere. So they were clearly trying to contain it. Why were they trying to do that? Goes further down and he finds a laboratory where there's some very strange contraptions, chemicals and stuff. And he basically finds they were trying to break it into submission to be like a guard dog for them. And clearly that backfired massively. So he finds a creature. Yeah, it's mutated. It's like almost twice the size it's meant to be. It's psychotic. It's just been through enough torment. So he fights it until it kind of crumbles the laboratory and they fall into a hidden lower sort of level, which is badly made, essentially. It was a secret hidden bit. Goes down there, gets knocked out in the process. There's dimeritium dust in the air, numbing his magic abilities. He's woken up with a broken arm, so he's only got one arm. He can't use his magic, and he goes down the tunnel to find the creature's been blinded. Like, the chemicals in the lab has basically, it's melted its eyes out of its sockets, and it's like, it almost sounds like it's just crying at this point. So it becomes a case of this isn't just about the contract, this is just putting this poor creature out of its misery. So after a difficult fight, he does, but he kind of takes it out. He's pissed. Like, for a chivalric kind of Witcher who's more about protecting people than just a coin, this is something that really like pushed him to taking out his anger. So
I got way into that, by the way. I'm just like,
it's like that is something you could possibly have as part of a book. Yeah, it's like that's just I don't know. It's a random idea that sparked, and I found ways to connect that to other things in the story as well. So yeah.
Oh, you need to be the dungeon master. I think
someday maybe when I understand the game better.
When you do, let me know. I literally played one shot, and then my housemate moved out, who had the DM, and then everyone moved, and I'm just like, awesome. Also, one of my best mates, which we know because we mention his fucking band Horrenda on the show all the time, no longer can listen to our show, Dale, because he does D&D on Tuesday nights now. So I'm so mad. How dare he? I hope he listens back to this.
Yeah. I mean, usually the best thing about D&D is where the players take it, because you can have the plot right there, but you have no idea where the player's going to take it. Like, they might be a team that's going to make you say, fuck you, or it might be a team you have to give a little guidance for, which is fine, but you just never know where it's going to go. And that's usually the best thing about this sort of role play.
Oh, what was it? I watched someone on YouTube recently, and she's a dungeon master. She was taught her grandma, who's like almost 100 years old, how to play by taking her through like a simple little one shot, and she was really surprised by all the choices that she'd made in that. So
it's like those old books where like you could sort of read, decide which path you want to go down. So if you choose this way, go to page so and so. If you go that way, turn to page so and so. It's like that with a few extra steps.
Yeah. I mean, I know some very creative people who would make kick-ass DMs, and I'm like, do it. I've got one friend, and he very rarely will DM, and he was going to, and I was so ready, I was so hyped for it, and then everything just like fell apart because everyone moved, and then he got long COVID, so that kind of ruined a lot of shit for him. Bless him. Like, life.
Also, Scotty made me lose, so I'm gonna make you guys lose at the game.
Oh fucking!
Well, the Motorhead song.
Hmm?
The Motorhead song.
Yeah, that one.
We're just losing the game on a weekly fucking basis at this point.
I know. I lose the game every like 20 minutes, so it's fine. If I have to suffer, so does everybody else.
Can we chuck on another track? I mean, we are technically at the hour, but I mean, we do go on for another hour. If you want to stick around, you haven't got anything to do.
Got nowhere else to go, so why not?
Say, like, it's been so great chatting away. I'm just like, we might as well fucking carry on. But yeah.
I'm down for it.
Oh, well, I'll let you.
What do we got next then?
Another one of your ones, I reckon. Because if we don't get 2 hours, we can just fucking
While we're kind of talking about like the role-playing stuff, let's go for I Am Who Feasts Upon Your Soul. This one is the one I've had for a while. Basically, the way I've always put it, the way I've always put it is, if I was a supervillain, this would be my theme tune.
Sick. All right, I am on the.
It's a longer one, but you'll see why if you haven't heard the song before.
Don't worry.
We play death metal on the station.
We had a band on the other day.
Yes.
They have a 9+ minute long song. So yeah, 4.5 minutes is fuck all.
And I don't mind saying on air at the time that a fully, 50 years in the biz teacher. What?
But,
I was gonna say it on air anyway, dipshit.
That's fine. I thought the amount
I don't mind telling the audience about how a 50-year in the business teacher put a bag of Coke in front of me, just randomly on the table. That's fine. I don't mind saying that.
Honestly, your work, it scares me.
No.
Today's lesson class, boom, on the table.
Why do you think teachers wheel out the TVs every now and then? It's because they're all hungover.
Yeah,
yes.
All coming down.
Yeah.
My IT teacher just had an iPad and like Angry Birds or something, so.
It does make it makes me look back and it's like, oh yeah, you can have a free period, and I'm just like, yeah, they were fucked
I
up
can tell you why.
before, weren't they?
I can tell you why.
Yeah, they were fucked up the night before. But then you go to like gigs on a school night, and I'm like, or like the club
I bumped into my old history teacher in a mosh pit for corn once, like shirtless and pissed out of his skull.
That's such a history teacher thing to do.
I had already left the school anyway, but he was a legend in the school.
I had a few like metalhead
teachers. That is the most history teacher thing I've ever heard, actually. Yeah, I believe that. If you said maths teacher, I'd be like, nah, that's not true. But a history teacher, I'm fully with you.
We had a chemistry teacher who was fucking insane about Dragon Force. Right, he loved them, and he looked like fucking Bill Nye, but greying already. And this is like, God, what? I'm 34 in a couple of months, so that long ago. I think I was like 12 or 13. When we found out, and he was just fucking obsessed with Dragon Force, but he also really liked NASA, and I can't remember his name, but we used to call him NASA Man. And like, when you answer to the register, you got to say yes sir, and we just answer like NASA, and he'd look up like a bit confused. But come on, NASA is on NASA space station.
Oh, NASA.
NASA.
Sorry, I was like, who the fuck is NASA? What?
No,
I thought you meant Nessa from Gavin and Stacey. Whatever she's called.
Oh God, no, don't about that. Family group chats have been full of Gavin and Stacey all over Christmas. It's the only time it comes up. I don't watch it. I don't watch any.
I've never seen Gavin and Stacey.
No, neither have I.
No, it's ironic because when I moved to England, I kept getting Gavin and Stacey references because I'm Welsh, and I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I also got the only gay in the village, and I'm like, that's that's funny, yeah. Because my older brother is called Davith, so I'm like, yep, I get that.
Well, I mean, I was born in Peckham originally, so I get the Only Fools and Horses references.
However, that is a banging show. I love Only Fools and Horses.
I'm not complaining. You dozy little twonk, Rodney.
Yo, bloody plonker.
I just my childhood.
You Wally.
Didn't.
You bloody plonker. What childhood shows did you watch growing up? Just out of curiosity.
Happy Tree Friends. I'm kidding.
My niece
Oh my
watches
god, I
it.
love that show.
My niece started watching it when she was 10. My sister's like, actually watch Happy Tree Friends.
I think I was a bit limited. Like when I was that young, we used to only had like 5 channels growing up. So, and it took a while until I sort of caught on with like additional channels for like any sort of Cartoon Network, anything like that.
Okay.
So I mean, I didn't have access to those for quite a while.
How old are you?
I think Simpsons was just a standard 31 now.
Oh, okay. Damn it! Why am I always the
Yeah.
fucking oldest, man?
Yeah, you are practically on borrowed time, to be honest, babe.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I yearn for
Yes.
the grave.
Hey.
I will annoy the hell out of you with that one. It's automatic.
I
at
love
this
it.
No,
point.
because I do it because my name's Win. So whenever someone says anything like, again, I teach kids and they go like, I win. I go, no, I win. And then because they know me as with a last name and they're like, what the fuck are you on about, you crazy bitch? Or someone goes, win, and then I go, win.
It's when I stumbled over the words and I said about us having a winterview, and it's just like, yeah. But you changed your screen name so it's not the same now. God damn it, I can't put the winterview. Welcome to our winterview with Jesus.
No, I think at an early sort of age, I think CBBC was like the main sort of thing I'd actually have to watch, and it depended on like what was on when I would get home. You had Arthur, which like I never really liked, but it's like the only thing that was ever on.
Yeah.
Like at the time, it was like, sod it, all right, fine. Although Grizzly Tales was a fun one here and there.
Oh my god, Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids is like is top dog.
It is like.
And do you know what? I feel like it's like stood the test of time. I could go back and watch it again, and it would still be brilliant.
Yeah,
Avatar: The Last Airbender was one I quite enjoyed. So,
did you ever watch the? Yeah, it's on Netflix. Have you ever seen The Legend of Korra afterwards?
Yes,
It's so good.
a lot of people tend to like hate it, but it's like, to be honest, like, I mean, it's not quite as memorable as A Legend of Aang. But there's a lot of things which like that they do differently and better. Like they complain, oh, the combat's not right. It's like, no, that's what they wanted to do in season 1. It was a budget issue why they didn't.
As well.
Yeah, the villains were a lot more deeper because Legend of Aang, it's just, I just want more power to take over. Okay, cool. In Legend of Korra, they've actually got a lot more political motivation. Like they're ones like they think they're the good guys in the scenario. Essentially, it's a real deep exploration of like their upbringing, essentially.
The face stealer in Aang was horrendous. That's the creepiest thing that I think I've come across as a child was that face stealer. What nation would you belong to? Very important question.
Funnily enough, actually, I had a dream a few months ago where I was actually doing an Avatar Airbender LARP, and
that would slap.
It was kind of like the actual bending abilities were somehow sort of like staged in like a theater kind of way, but it turned out I was an airbender.
What star sign are you?
Scorpio.
Oh, is that a fire one?
I don't know.
Actually,
I didn't know
I don't know either. So, do you know what someone said? Because I talk about Aang quite often. Actually, I love that you're also obsessed with this. So I think 3 of the 3 signs belong to each one of the nations or something like that. So Pisces, which is me, is water.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fish.
I feel like Scorpio would probably be a fire one, but I don't tend to like care much for the star sign stuff personally. It's
not me.
It's Mesopotamian space racism, basically. It's just.
It's a pretty constellation.
Yeah, it's like I've seen like so many people like define like each one like in like a million different ways. It's like, oh, okay, just fine.
Yeah, okay, if you say so, babe.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ruby, what nation would you belong to?
I have no idea what you're even talking about. I've never seen it in my life.
Oh my god!
You
need to go and watch it.
Yeah, Avatar: Last Airbender. So it is a children's show that stands up like you watch it as a kid. Okay, cool. There's people using magic powers to control air, fire, water, and earth. When you watch it as an adult, it's like, wow, there's some actual like deep themes going on. You've got authoritarianism. You've got politics in there. You've got
people with disabilities, like surviving.
Yes, I love it how they actually represent people with disabilities thriving in their own ways. There's a lad in a wheelchair whose dad invents a gliding sort of a glider machine for him to just fly in the air. I love that sort of thing. Toph, who's blind, she's an earthbender because she can use seismic waves to sense the earth around her, and she's one of the most badass benders in the show. It's just
she basically learns how to like become an earthbender through like working with moles. It's genuinely like one of the best TV shows ever. It's so good.
It is my favorite show of all time. Because you can watch it as an adult, and just the themes in it are surprisingly dark. Where it will go.
I mean, a lot of stuff.
I actually rewatched it like last year just to make sure it was still good. I watched it I rewatch it once every 2 years, and I watched the entire thing front to back, and I was like, it's still top tier. Oh my god, that is amazing.
That is so cute.
Uncle Iroh Turtle Duck.
That's adorable. To be fair,
I've got Uncle Iroh's tea set somewhere. It's too dark in here. Yeah, I was gifted Uncle Iroh's tea set, and that that's cool.
And I'm just here with my
Sailor Moon. I love that. I love Avatar.
Nothing. I've got the Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, and Beyblade. Although I had to leave my Beyblade behind when I moved. I didn't grow up in England, so I don't have any of the. But then I caught like my sister 30 and my brother's 27 now. But I was 11 when we moved. But I watched a lot of the kids shows that they had on. They would just be on TV. But like in the Netherlands, it was all just Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Beyblade. Digimon came along, but fuck Digimon. Sorry, but fuck Digimon.
I did a bit of Beyblade for a while, but I was mostly a Yu-Gi-Oh kid growing up.
Oh, I never liked Yu-Gi-Oh!
Me and my group of friends used to have Beyblades, and one of my mates, who is an absolute cunt, bought a metal one, like an 80-pound metal Beyblade, and then all of us were like, well, fuck you. What do we do with that? And of course it destroyed us every single time. Metal!
I had a friend, and there was one house between ours and this house in the middle. They had like grown-up kids, but a swing set, so we'd both be allowed to hop the fence and just play on the swings. And I used to cycle home from school to get to his in time to watch Beyblade. He was my sister's age, but we just got along in the nerdy shit. And we'd watch Beyblade, and then we'd go out, and he had like one of the Beyblade fucking battle arena things, the portable ones, and we'd take it outside and have like Beyblade battles and shit. Like, I'm such a fucking
What's your
nerd,
favourite
man.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
I guess I'm a bit of an old school one. I was playing it like back in the day when it was kind of the new sort of thing. I kind of got out of it for a while, and when I tried to get back into it again, we already had like Exige cards, the Pendulum cards, and stuff.
And there's so many new rules, and they've been redesigned.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Pot of Greed? I've talked about the Pot of Greed on this chat the show a few times because it scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. Little green ugly kettle.
I never really cared about it in that sort of sense. Really, it was just that kind. It was banned for a while, wasn't it? Like,
yes.
Yeah,
and then it came back, but they rewrote the rules, and now it's a worthless card. So.
Yeah, like I tried to get back into it these days, and I tried to sort of play with like the modern rules. I actually made I worked with the Exige cards. I tried to make a Red Eyes deck actually, and I was quite proud of what I had there. But I had friends who like they just I remember back when it was like it would take a few turns before you had a whole field full of monsters. You had to be strategic with how you did it, like in a chess game, whatever. Now it's like, oh yeah, turn one, you can have the entire field full of like spell cards or whatever, and an entire like field of monsters in defense mode with like 5,000 each, and all can attack with the 5,000. It's like, what the fuck am I playing here?
What am I gonna do? Like, fuck it, I'm dead.
I
did have.
Yes, I was watching something the other day because I'm a Magic girl. I've got my Magic cards like kind of like that ish on.
There's an Avatar set for that now.
Oh god, there's so many new things out. It's weird. I have some horror cards in my deck though. I got Chucky. So excited. But like, I was watching something the other day, I think it was actually yesterday, and it said about how Yu-Gi-Oh has changed to a point where you can literally just win the game in one hand, and I'm like, I could not imagine that, because I play Magic and those games can go for so fucking long. And I'm like, I could not imagine winning a game in one hand. And apparently, yeah, the scoring system's really weird. I'm just like, commander deck and up to 40 life points, and then apparently Yu-Gi-Oh is like thousands, and sounds like a lot of math.
I think one thing that annoyed me about Yu-Gi-Oh was there used to be like cards that were valuable, and now it's like every time they have a card that's valuable, they just suddenly start printing loads more of it and completely devalue it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, why do they do that? It's like, what is the point anymore? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I just couldn't get back into it, like, at this point.
It's like, well,
I was gonna say though, there's a company, Nerdcraft Games, who they have a card game system which is actually based on a lot of TikTok content creators and all sorts. They had Danny Trejo involved in this at one point, but it's like a trading card game where you've got all the characters in the cards. They're all like TikTokers, and I've got 2 cards in this game. Actually, there's one. The artwork is just me in the Jesus thing with the sunglasses, or whatever, doing like the "I want you" kind of like American one sort of pose or whatever, and it's just me hiding the baseball bat like behind my back. "I want you."
I love it.
How powerful is your card?
I've never been able to play the game really, because this is it's a US based company and I'm in the UK, so yeah.
I mean, with all these,
it's all about the fun at the end of the day. So
yeah, that's so cool.
There's a comic series they do like alongside this card game as well. So, and again, yeah, Danny Trejo was a character in this book as well. So it was awesome to have him like promoting it and all.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds fucking awesome. I love it. Have you ever played Magic or just Yu-Gi-Oh?
I haven't. No, I've only played Yu-Gi-Oh. So I was that kid who just preferred Yu-Gi-Oh. Never got into Pokemon. Just preferred Yu-Gi-Oh at the time, and yeah.
I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Did you ever get into? I think Bakugan was slightly after us, but did you ever hear Bakugan? Basically, there were like
I never got into
metal cards in the and like the little circle creatures, and you threw it, and they like opened up.
Opens them up. Like, I remember those. Yeah.
They were.
I knew was into that at the time. So.
I remember an advert about it. I can remember an advert about it in my head for some reason, but that's it. Like, I'm so old.
I never watched it, but I did enjoy because I got a little brother, and I enjoyed throwing they just open up. It was very cool.
Very cool. I remember what they are.
Should we chuck a song on, by the way?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
What do we want to put on?
What else do we have left?
Your choice. 1, 2. You've got 4 songs, and we've got 40 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll get through yours. Me and.
So we've had one of us. We've had "I Who Feast Upon Your Soul." What I think was Northwest Passage one.
Yes.
For that one, why not?
Oh come on! Why bit mix is not working with
it is a very different song, but it's
cool.
It's about an event in history which I got very much into. I quite like my history, and this is a story I just sort of like dive right into for a while.
Yeah.
Whilst the song's playing, you have to tell me what type of history, because I am also a big history fan.
Naval mystery history, essentially.
Oh, is it a specific country, or is it just naval in general?
It was English, British Navy. Basically, so we sent 2 ships in 1845, the HMS Terror and Erebus. We were trying to find a passage, a sailing route over Canada, because this was before we had the Panama Canal, I think. So in order to sort of trade with India, China, and that, we had to sail all the way below South America, around the Horn and that. So we were trying to find a quicker route, which was, I hope at the time, they were hoping to go over Canada, which is icy and dangerous. Even today, we have difficulty going that way, essentially. So, but we had steam-powered ships by this point. So we sent 2 ships over there to try and find a sailing route at the time. It was the most well-prepared voyage for its time in history, and they never saw those men again.
They got lost, yeah. Although, didn't they find one of the boats?
We've now found both of them.
Oh, wow.
Oh, both of them. I didn't know I remember them finding one of them, but I wasn't sure because
we found the first one in 20.
Sorry. Was the second boat found with no bodies on it though?
I'm pretty sure neither of them had bodies on them. They abandoned the ships. The first one we found in 2014, and then the second one in 2016.
Oh wow!
Oh.
It was easier once we found the first ship because we knew they were about 1.5 miles from each other, essentially, when they sank. So once we knew where the first one was, we had a general idea where the second one would be, essentially.
To find anything in the fucking ocean is absolutely insane. I'm terrified.
There's a vast space of ocean as well. What they was to find it was a military-grade torpedo to basically lawn mow the area and sort of scan the bottom of the sea.
Yeah.
And again, a difficult task because once the ice started coming in, you had to get that out because if you lose a military-grade torpedo like that, so it took them years to find it.
Yeah.
But I think when they finally knew, had a general idea where it was, because while exploring one of the sort of pebble beaches, they found a pintail, which is one of those a big sort of hook device, which an iron hook, which you use to lower the longboats into the water. That's not going far from the ship. So if that had washed up, it's got to be in that general area. So that's kind of how we found it.
Crazy how they can do it.
Yeah.
That is cool. I'm a big fan of there's a series called Sorry.
I was going to say, do we want to chuck the song on or do you want to keep talking about this stuff?
I thought you already had.
Oh, I thought you would talk about it because it was about the song. I'm going to put it on now.
I mean, sure,
we have
why
some
not?
background noise. Here's Northwest Passage. Oh, sorry, we cut Sabaton on and talking about mead and rum. Fucking love mead. I mean,
as you do.
You can't not. I mean, that's like mentioned off air just now, chatting about like history and that. Folklore, witch history, magic, druids, pagans, all that.
Yeah, it was a good sort of follow-up song there because Northwest Passage. It was a song about like a big a historic event. I was really fascinated for a while, and because I quite like history, and then you follow it up with Sabaton.
Yeah, it's just playing it. I was like, this reminds me of like a kind of version of like my mum would listen to pagan folk music sometimes when I was younger. And we'd be allowed a sip of mead at like on pagan celebrations. So rather than like a Bucks Fizz at Christmas, it was a sip of mead on Osterer. But yeah, I saw you had Sabaton on there. I was like, that's very fitting. And
yeah, they're one of my favorite bands. So I almost actually got to do a promotion video for them a while ago,
God.
and I say almost because I was approached by the label on this one, but so this was for the War to End All Wars album, and unfortunately we had to cancel this because the album came out right as the war in Ukraine kicked off.
Oh God!
So and there were people who just couldn't seem to comprehend that this was not an album referencing current events. It was about a war that ended 100 years ago, and there were so they had to pull back a lot of their promotional material, my promotion included. So that was a shame, really. But
sucks, man.
Well, if they approach me again, I won't say no.
I mean, it's crazy the amount of connections you get. Like,
I mean, at the moment, I'm in talks with people at Napalm Records and Nuclear Blast at the moment. So,
I mean, I
may have a few plans in the future. We're still kind of like chatting here and there.
Yeah. I think Dole's been doing it a lot, this kind of thing a lot longer, haven't you? I don't know when you started at the old place of no name, but I think I started.
So we both came from a previous radio station. I'm not going to say anymore.
We don't work for them anymore. That's it.
Okay.
I've only been interviewing people for about a year and a half. I think I started interviewing people in 2023.
Right. Okay.
Oh my God, that's 3 years ago.
Wow. Yeah, I was gonna say my first interview was a year ago, and like it's weird because like I'm helping cover Bristol's Metal to the Masses, and I'm like, and I know 3-4 of the bands on the lineup, and I'm like, how the fuck did this shit happen? I don't leave the house. But yeah, I was gonna say it must feel quite surreal when you're just like, oh yeah, I'm doing this for this band, like I said, band on a Bloodstock. I'm getting on stage with them. I'm in the music video, and It's fucking awesome. Like,
Well, that was some big highlights for me there. So
yeah.
it can only get bigger from here. Hopefully.
Oh yeah.
If TikTok stops fucking you over.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm wishing I expanded to other platforms a lot sooner, really, because I mean I'm on Instagram,
Are you
but
on
like I've been
YouTube?
recently trying to. I am. I haven't been posting as much on there, but I need to start doing more
I
on
was
there.
gonna say,
Facebook is what I'm trying to do more on, but I'm struggling to actually get it more than. I'm struggling to even hit 200 followers on there.
I don't even use Facebook. Oh my god.
So,
To be fair, I think
yeah.
Meta as a whole is just something to avoid. I think it's nobody uses Facebook anymore. Instagram's fine, but Instagram's the same sort of like.
Say that, but I mean, I've got a fair few creators who've been on just literally just posting old TikToks, and they make a fair bit just by posting old content, not making new stuff for it. Literally just old TikToks. And I mean, I met up with one a couple of months ago. I mean, she's now got about 500,000 followers, but she literally just posts old TikToks. And at the time when I met her, the previous month, she just showed me she made about $4,000 just by posting old
What?
TikToks.
I mean,
So like that's something that could have really helped me right now. Like if I'd done that a lot sooner, but I didn't really, because when I was doing it in the first place, it wasn't really for the money. It was just I just wanted to make people laugh. But now it's like
kind of really
yeah, redundancy's a bitch, and it's kind so yeah.
I mean, it's only because I've heard the amount of people that I've heard say that they wish they started YouTube sooner, because once you start YouTube, like, even if you only post shorts on that, it does seem to be the best platform for money making. And yeah, I guess it's difficult to, if you don't go into making this content with the goal of, I want to make a living off this, which I guess the best way to make a living off it is to go into it to make people laugh, to have a laugh, to share whatever insights and that, and then
because you certainly can't do that on TikTok these days. Like they keep making it harder and harder to monetize, and like now it's like, oh, you can't make anything unless you make minute-long content on a platform where we all built a format of short-form content. And it's really hard to just shift over like that. Because like, so like on Instagram, let's say like you get one video that for whatever reason it blows up. And so you get a load of new followers. Okay, brilliant. But you want to post your own sort of stuff. But because it's not like that one video that blew up, all your new followers are not going to engage with it because it's not what they followed you for. So now you've got a bigger ratio of people not engaging with your content. And the algorithm's looking at that thinking, it's not worth pushing this channel out anymore. So
and then you're kind of like,
by having to force content creators to adapt to a new way of actually making a living off it, they've screwed over so many other content creators. So they've had to go onto other apps instead.
I mean, I have a little bit of experience with content creation, making money and that. And I think that the trouble is when COVID happened, TikTok blew up, but also during that time, a lot of people started going into making any forms of content and like monetizing it, and the market oversaturated, which is part of why I quit what I was doing, because like there's just so many, and everyone, there's just too many options of people, and like if it's monetized, like for example, I watch YouTube and I've got like all these different YouTubers which have channel membership, and I'm like, I really want to support them, but there's so many I want to support. I don't have the money to pay all these individual things. I already pay premium membership for YouTube. And it's just like the same kind of thing ends up happening on like certain platforms, and it's just so oversaturated. So it's like, how do you, unless you adhere to the algorithm, which then can take away from what you want your content to be, and you don't want to stray too far away from yourself because, you know, you've got what you enjoy doing.
I mean, like lockdown was quite a prime time for a lot of content creators, myself included. Like it's where like my biggest jump in followers came, because a lot of us content creators, we had a lot more time to make content, and the non-creators were looking for a constant entertainment to prevent themselves from going mad, basically. So people like myself, we largely grew in that time, essentially. But like, I think it's changed a lot of people in some ways. I was saying before, like, well, not here, but I was saying to a friend how like I stopped going to Comic-Con last year for like my last one. And one thing I'd say was like, because I think the cosplay community has always had that reputation of being toxic and quite dramatic. But I think it has gotten ultimately worse since lockdown. And I think partially why is because a lot of cosplayers, we all just do TikTok content essentially. We're all wanting to be the next big thing essentially. We all want to be able to just make money off just dressing up, whatever. But so a lot of us we gained such a following during lockdown. And when we suddenly came back to Comic-Con again, we're coming with a new sort of feedback. So I'd made a couple of million in that time, and when we finally came back, I was being treated a bit more like a celebrity in some sense, and it's nice. But I think a lot of cosplayers let that get to their head a little bit. So like now that the algorithm's changed, it's no longer favoring cosplayers in the same way. People now seem to be using Comic-Con as their last chance to desperately cling to that celebrity status all over again. And I think they've gotten a really sort of ugly personality like by doing that. So like when I first started going, like 10 years ago, I felt very welcomed. A lot of like-minded people got involved in a lot of a few friend circles here and there. Whereas now, like if you took my following out of it, if I went there for my first time all over again, I genuinely don't think I'd be met with the same welcome that I was back then, because everyone's so closed off. They like getting the photos taken, and not much beyond that. So,
I think everything. I always joke that like before COVID being BC, which is hilarious because we have to use this on right now. But it changed so much. BC before COVID, before you. But no, I find like I spent a long time stuck at home. I got 4 or 5 years in the run up to COVID. I was able to go to work and come home, and that was it. I had no other life. I struggled with day-to-day stuff because I was doing too much. I was like in denial about the disability, if that makes sense. And so I stopped working, and then about half a year after that, because I had to focus on health because it was getting worse. And then lockdown happened, and everyone was freaking out, and I'm kind of like, but nothing's different because it wasn't for me. I'm always having to buy everything online. I can't go to the shop. I don't go out and socialize. And now that I have started getting a life back after COVID, and then thinking back to, I'm thinking like a good 10, 15 years ago when I used to go out a lot, it's changed. I mean, even gigs, I've noticed, like, you used to go to a local gig and everyone loves everyone. And then lately it's like some gigs are really nice. And some of them you get a lot of weird, I get dirty looks at gigs that I go to. And I'm like, what the hell? Am I not allowed to be here? And it's weird. It's weird. And
no, we'd rather you stay in the house.
It's just me.
It's the energy of a pain in the arse.
Yeah, that's why I've moved on to things like LARP and that. Like I posted a video the other day actually. Like a big reason I preferred like the LARP community to the cosplay community. There's a smaller company I love, the one I do the pirate one at essentially. Last week they had their generators stolen from the site. So, and those things they're not cheap to replace. So they ended up putting out a GoFundMe asking if anyone would be able to sort of help them fund for new generators. This didn't blow up on social media or anything like that. The whole community came together, and in less than 24 hours, we raised nearly 1,600.
Wow.
They were only asking for 800, and they raised nearly double that in less than 24 hours.
To be fair,
that's just the community, like, coming together, saying, like, get those generators going, I will see you at the next event. And it's just,
I don't know if it's just my computer, if it's streaming alright or not, but I do keep my stream keeps cutting out for me slightly on Discord. But we are coming to the end, so just a heads up, if everything goes to shit and this PC blows up, first of all, it better not, because my previous one died literally like 25 minutes before an interview we had, and I had to set up a new one, like not new one, different one. Reset everything. It was chaos.
Well, if it does that, we'll just have to do it all over again.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be glad to have you back again another time.
I can't think of anything worse.
I'd definitely be down for it. But yeah, like, but I think we should be alright. But if it cuts out, sorry, we've got 15 minutes left. Hopefully, we'll be alright. But I think. The weird thing to me is, like, I noticed that during COVID, even though I didn't go out, I saw so many people go above and beyond to help the community and do everything they could. And then when it all died down again, For example, someone had a go at me who
Yeah, I saw that too.
I recognised the name, and it was someone who had done basically set up like a food drive to bring to disabled people in the community. And then when recently my county has made all blue badge parking free. So with a blue badge, you no longer have to park. And that same person commented saying, "Oh, don't they get enough money by now?" And I'm just like, that's bizarre.
Do you think people just living in luxury right now? Like,
literally, I was like, just because, I mean, fucking cost of living, you think benefits are fun? You know, it's crazy. I think a lot of people found that sense of community and then just lost it again when we went back to normal. So, but no, I think a lot of communities, like you said with that fundraiser, a lot of communities still do come together. Like overall, the metal scene especially is amazing. Just post-COVID, it does seem a little bit different. But maybe I'm just old.
Yeah.
People are looking
You are.
like, bitch, why are you out past your bedtime at 8 o'clock, you old granny?
I mean, I wasn't going to say it.
Don't.
I will.
My auntie messaged me the other day.
It's usually me who says that, to be honest. I'm looking at my watch going, fucking hell, babe, come on.
My auntie messaged me the other day and I said, I'm literally falling asleep. And because it's twice in a row, I'd said it at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. And she goes, do you just say that to get rid of me? I sent back a selfie, me and my fucking sleep bonnet, spot patches in my fluffy jammies. And I was like, no, I'm serious. This one was like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Fuck, I'm old. But yeah, maybe I shouldn't be out at gigs late. I should be in bed.
They should have some morning gigs.
Yeah. Oh no.
They do emo club nights now. That I think it starts at 10, it ends at like midnight, or it starts at 8, ends at midnight. And I'm not gonna lie.
They finish. I know there's one in London that finishes at like 10, 11ish. The lights stays relatively on, so it's not pitch black, and the music isn't as loud. And I'm like, all you need to do is...
No, I need the room to be pitch black.
I
don't want to see no one.
Serve me a fucking cup of tea behind that bar and I'm down. Let me come in my jammies. Yes. I literally...
Just I'd be there just drinking tea out of a drinking horn if I could.
Literally. Mate, fucking Bloodstock, I went to see Static X in my Kuromi pyjamas and my Udi, no makeup on. And I went to see Static X like that, and it was the most fun I had. Oh, it was fucking crazy.
I feel like a weird thing about like the metal community is like doing like the most weirdest things out of the weirdest things. Like for me, for a while, it was like drinking the most weirdest things out of like the coolest drinking vessels. So it's like now it's like I can say like I had a banana milkshake out of a drinking horn.
Literally, I'm
just because I could.
I went to a fucking pirate metal gig. Lagerstein played in Bristol, and
I fucking love Lagerstein.
Yes! Oh, they are like one of my favourite bands, man. I fucking love them. And they played the Griffin in Bristol.
I drank out of my shoe for them.
Oh, literally. And I took my mum to this gig, and the venue was so small. It was like the size of this fucking living room, which is about twice this space. And then when they did the shoeies, they were passing the cans back, and they were walking to the back to make sure everyone got one. My mum just looked at me like, "Don't do it." I was like, "I'm doing it." So I drove home in a wet trainer.
Where was this at?
This was in Bristol at the Griffin, and I've also seen them.
It was like a sort of undergroundy kind of place, dark.
No, it
small
was up
place,
a million. It was up a lot of stairs.
Okay, because I mean they don't tour very often, do they? I'm trying to work out if it might have been the same place I was at, because it was years ago now.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think they've had an issue with their YouTube channel's been taken down, so I think they've been trying to get it back up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hadn't seen anything, and then the whole discography popped up on my YouTube Music suddenly. I was like, oh shit. But yeah, I've seen them. Have I seen them twice? No, it's I went to see Dread Crew of Oddwood. They're another one. They're great. The Dread Crew of Oddwood. Holy shit.
I think I've seen them twice. I think I saw them supporting another band at one point. I think they were like, it was like an Ailstorm gig or something where there was like I think it was Ailstorm, Red Rum, and Lagerstein. I think it was years ago now. But then there was one of their own shows I saw them at, and yeah.
Gonna say, because I've seen them play their own gig, and then it was the Dread Crew of Oddwood. I'd gone to see them in Bristol, and the train was late, so I actually missed Dread Crew's set. Ailstorm were playing, but I didn't even bother seeing them. I spent the whole evening hanging out with Dread Crew, and they're New Zealand, so they're like Lagerstein. They barely come over, but they're playing. They're playing Heidenfest with Heidevolk Tier, who are another one of my favourite bands. Dread Crew of Oddward, they're so great. You need to check them out if you like Lagerstein. Holy shit. And most of their early gig videos are at LARPing events, so you cannot go wrong with them, mate. Oh, they're so good. I had any of their music ready, I'd play it, but we've literally got like 10 minutes between songs. So shall we check on one more song and then we'll do our outro shit? You've got 2
why not?
there.
My one's been done, haven't they?
Got Bad Omens and Slipknot. The Bad Omens you picked?
Oh yeah, the Slipknot one was my one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind. Basically that one, Psychosocial, that was the first song that got me into metal, essentially. So it's kind of a bit of a throwback history there.
No, because this is one of the new.
Why I picked that one. So
I think of this as new Slipknot. Left Behind was my first, so I'm like, fucking Psychosocial. That's you as well.
I was still I was a teenager in school when a friend who kind of moved to school showed me when it was like a brand new song. It was him getting me into the metal scene, essentially. So that was my starting point.
I feel like Slipknot's a gateway band for so many metalheads our age and younger.
It was,
and older.
It wasn't too heavy, like to throw me into. It was like, yeah, it's heavy, but it wasn't like
angry young man music, as my dad calls it.
It wasn't too much in one go, essentially, because I was a chav before then.
What? Okay, right, we're going to play Psychosocial, and then we are absolutely going to ask about that, because what the hell, we might need a part 2. Here's Psychosocial by Slipknot. Oop, we're back, my bad. Hello. That was Psychosocial by Slipknot.
I should have had Ghost on the playlist because of the appearance I did at their show early last year.
What? Maybe I'll put it on.
I say appearance. Essentially, I was invited to the Birmingham show by the label. It was only a seating ticket, but as I entered the room in their Jesus costume, the whole arena just roared.
I love it.
The TV crew lot they had going with them they gave me a little mini sort of interview for it. So
oh, that's awesome. Well, maybe we'll close with that one today because that's
good. Do the clip of me doing that as well. That was if you're on the Spotify thing, the end of year sort of thing. If you have Ghost on there, you will see me in the clip for Ghost.
Oh,
so that's now
amazing.
been a worldwide thing where my face is going around.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant. You have so many random little claims to fame. I mean, you've been in music.
Yeah, last year was quite a hectic year for me. So
I bet. I mean, did it all just kind of come out of nowhere, or did it?
I was not expecting that. It was like, it was just like, do you want a free ticket if you want to do like a little bit of promo for the band and event? I was like, yeah, okay. So I made a little video, even though you can't film inside the venue, you had to have your phones sealed away in a bag. But I did a little video outside, some crowd interaction, some afterthoughts, and it did really well, actually. Yeah. So,
cool.
Yeah, wasn't complaining.
I love it. Oh, anyway, we've managed to go 2 hours, and still, I want to carry on, but I think we might have to have a part 2 at some point, because you were fucking great to chat to. I mean, it's weird to...
I'm certainly down for it,
It's weird not asking, where did the band start? What's your writing process? But, I just thought, when I messaged, I was like, fuck it, your music scene enough. It makes sense to get some others that aren't, in a band on, and, be really fun. So, thanks very much.
A bit of variety here and there doesn't hurt. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, it's been absolutely hilarious. The constant Jesus Christ and then your face every time. Oh my god. I love it. Yay! There we go. Oh, Win, we need to do you need to do the screenshot. Hang on, keep it on for the screenshot because we keep forgetting to do this, don't we?
Oh, okay. I will do it.
Or...
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Smile.
Hang on, wait.
I turned my phone off.
Oh, bugger.
Oh.
I turned my phone off. Sorry, I'm a dipshit. I'm not gonna deny that. Smile.
Wait, we've got one more.
Huh?
Carry on. Do the screenshot. A point.
I did it.
Apparently, I'm
I
pointing
did
it. I was going to say, and the other thing we always forget is the last interview question, which is if you could sum up this guest sub interview in one word, what would it be?
Chaos.
Hey, I feel like that's going to be a recurring one.
We have juggled so many like topics, like in like 2 hours there.
I know we've been on.
Well, I'm ADHD and she's just weird, so this does tend to happen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've had some.
There's
Sorry, let me
usually the best
correct myself.
conversations. Like it's like a pinball machine bouncing from one topic to another. Ding 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 ding.
You gotta keep each other's like
I love it.
thought process going. But no, I'm ADHD and she has Tourette's, so we do like ding 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 ding.
Yeah, like 3 crazy brains that are all over the place. This works well. But yeah, anything you want to plug? I mean, I'm assuming socials.
I mean, anyone can find me at the same username everywhere, Scotty Wartooth. TikTok's the obvious place, in spite of the censorship right now. Instagram, Facebook, I'm trying to grow here and there. But yeah,
everywhere.
Any platform, if you type Scotty Wartooth, I'm either on there or I'm not. There's no platform where I have to have a different one. Apart from Steam. PSN, some bugger nicked that name.
What? I love it. To be fair, we got
any
lucky.
platform but PSN. It's either I'm either on there with the same username or PSN has stolen it.
Yeah,
bastards.
To be fair, we got lucky with Chaos Under No Ties. We're that on everything. It's fucking great. Oh, gone are the days of not having numbers in your fucking username. But yeah, thank you very much for coming on. We're going to play you out with Jesus You Knows Me by Ghost.